Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when you are in the cycle. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So when you're in the cycle, what does this mean? It means when you are in the narcissistic cycle. When you're in it, many times you don't even know what's going on. And to illustrate this for the beginning of the video, I'll give you an analogy. Imagine, if you will, you're at the beach and it's a beautiful sunny day. The waves are rolling in. It's very relaxing. It's peaceful. Everything is just the way you want it. Nice, beautiful beach day. And you decide to enter the water, and the waves they're crashing on the ocean, on the sand, but nothing's, just baby waves. Nothing. It's beautiful. It's pleasant. And then you go out a little further than you're accustomed to going out, and then boom, a bigger wave comes out of nowhere, and it knocks you, and you get caught up in the wake, in the break, and you don't know you're underwater now, and the water is going all around you, and you're being tossed around like you're in a washing machine, and you don't know what is up or down, left or right. All you know is you need to get to the top of the wave, the top of the water, to catch your breath, and then get back on the beach and regroup, because that wave it took you, it captured you. That is very similar to being in a narcissistic abusive cycle. You see, it's unlike anything you have ever experienced, and you're not prepared for it. Because just like when you walked in the ocean, you were expecting a nice calmness, serenity, peace, beauty, just the beautiful waves. And then boom, here came a rogue wave, which in this case was the narcissistic relationship. And when you are in the narcissistic cycle, many times you don't know what's going on. And the reason, there are many reasons why, but one main reason is because you don't have the education on narcissism. You weren't taught this in school. You don't know what the narcissistic abusive cycle is. And briefly, here it is. It's the love bomb / euphoric stage, or when you first meet this individual who turned out to be the narcissist. The second stage is going to be the devaluation stage, or when you enter the narcissistic fog. That's when you're underwater. Like I told you with that analogy, nothing makes sense. Left is right, up is down, black is white. You have no idea what's going on. And you're really trying to find your way out of that narcissistic fog. And then the third part is the ending of the relationship, and or perhaps you were discarded or you entered it yourself, but that's when you are crawling your way out of the ocean onto the beach. Enough with the analogies. I think you get it for now. Having said that, what happens when you are in the cycle is you lose your sense of identity to the narcissist. And this is on purpose. Remember, when you're in the narcissistic fog, what you're doing is you are doing things you never thought you would do. You're saying things you never thought you would say. You are behaving many times in ways you're not accustomed to, all to please and or benefit the narcissist to the detriment of yourself. This is where the narcissist wants you. This is where they want to keep you. They want to keep you in that fog, working for them, believing in the falseness of the relationship, which was the love bomb / euphoric stage. They want you believing that, yes, in fact, every once in a while, they will give you a breadcrumb of hope. They will give you a day or so of happiness. And you're going to be like, wow, this is great. This day, let's take the workplace bully as an example. Today's a Friday. Usually the workplace bully blows up your weekends because that's what they do. But it's a Friday and you're expecting this, and they didn't do it this Friday. You're like, oh my gosh, I got out this weekend. This is great. That's good. Why? Because most likely the narcissist, the workplace bully there, they had another target on their mind, and they probably disrupted another individual's weekend and or individuals, but it wasn't you. And the next Friday happens, you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. I got off unscathed, and hopefully it'll happen this Friday again. And what happens? Boom, you're the target. Weekend ruined. This is exactly how things go in the narcissistic abusive cycle. You never know what's going to happen. But what you do know is many times you are walking around on eggshells, which means you don't know what is around at each and every corner. You're not sure of what's going to happen. And if you do A, B, and C, the narcissist will ask you why you didn't do X, Y, and Z. And if you do X, Y, and Z, they'll say you should have done A, B, and C. This is exactly what it's like. So when you're in the cycle, many times you know something is amiss, something is awry, something's not quite right, but you can't pinpoint it. Now let's take the romantic relationship, same thing. You're now in the devaluation stage or the narcissistic fog. What are you doing here? You are literally working for your partner. You're giving them your time, your money, your energy, your effort, your looks, your empathy, your love. You're giving them your resources. And you're doing this because perhaps You are in a marriage. Perhaps you just moved in with them. Who knows? But you're believing that this person is not who, in fact, they turn out to be because you believed in the falseness of the mask. Keep in mind for this also, many times the narcissist wears a mask. They manipulate you. They assimilate to you. They get to know everything about you, your weaknesses, your strengths, your income, your social circle, your past relationships, your dreams, goals, aspirations. They do this, and they do it because they want to assimilate to you during the euphoric stage. They want you to put your guard down and have you believe that they are on the same path as you and that they have the same dreams, hopes, and aspirations. The truth is that they don't. What they're doing is they're simply having you become attached to them when in fact they don't attach to you because they can't fall in love, and they don't have empathy. What they do is they jump from person to person, place to place, town to town, business to business, friendship to friendship, blowing up relationships. That's what the narcissist does. They don't care about anybody on the planet other than themselves. That is why they can move on so quickly. That is why they wear a mask, because they can't be a genuine and or authentic person. But getting back on track, when you're in the cycle, you don't know what's going on. And that is why many times you find yourself researching terms on Google and or YouTube, and then boom, you find a channel like mine and many others. And again, thank you very much for being here. And you get your first light bulb moment. And you're like, wait a minute, there are actual things called narcissistic abusive channels, and there are people out there, there are communities of millions, tens of millions, billions of people that are going through this. Yes, it's true. The thing is that the narcissist never wanted you to discover content. They never wanted you to continue to research about the toxic behavior. They just wanted you stuck in the fog. They did not want you ever discovering who they were. And when they did, perhaps you called them out. Perhaps you said something to them. Perhaps you had a boundary, or you said the magic word no, which is the strongest word in the English language. What happened then? Then they knew that you were onto them, and boom, perhaps you were discarded, or perhaps it ended. And when that happened, that's because they knew that the game was over for them. You have figured out who they actually are, which again, they never wanted you to figure out. They wanted to keep you as a pawn, a puppet working for them. But when this happened, and perhaps you were discarded, or perhaps you ended it yourself, even then, what happened? That's right. The narcissist still tried to worm their way back into your relationship. Meaning, if you're trying to get divorced, they're not going to just sign the papers and say, hey, you're right, let's just split things 50-50, everything's even, and no, they're going to try and win and try and get one over on you, because every narcissistic relationship, again, it's also a competition. It's a competition that narcissist believes that they must win. So when you're in the cycle and you don't have the wisdom, it is advantage narcissist all day long. I'm sorry to say that. It's a fact. It's tough love, but it's real. Imagine this, if you will. I mentioned this in a video not too long ago. When you enter a narcissistic relationship with somebody who turns out to be a narcissist, they are already 3 steps ahead of you. Imagine you're playing chess and you are either black or white, doesn't matter, your pieces are either black or white. They're already 3 steps ahead of you. That means when you begin the game of chess, they get to take 3 moves out of the gate. 1, 2, 3. It's real, because you don't know what you're dealing with, because you're dealing with someone who is not authentic or genuine. They are trying to manipulate you and take advantage of you. But once you get the wisdom, and once you figure out who this person is, and that in fact they don't benefit you, they never have and they never will, and they certainly can't benefit anyone in the future, that's when it is checkmate. That is when it is advantage you, the person watching this video, the person getting the strength, implementing their courage, their wisdom, their strength, determination, and resilience. These are all things that you're going to have. You're going to have to utilize these things. But when it's checkmate, it's checkmate. That means you understand now not only the relationship you were in, that it was a toxic narcissistic relationship perhaps, but that these people are all over the planet, and that not everybody thinks like you. Not everybody is an empath. Not everybody is kind and loving and wants to build towards a future. Many people want to destroy, to consume, to take. And what is the narcissist? They're a person who takes. And when they're done, what do they try to do? That's right, they try to take more. They want to destroy, not create. They want to manipulate, not build. Every narcissistic relationship is built upon quicksand. It's a house of cards. There's nothing to it. There's no substance to it on the narcissist part, because remember, the narcissist wears a mask and they don't introspect. So when you are in the cycle, it is not until you get the wisdom and you actually are authentic with yourself and you say to yourself, wow, you know what? This person is not who I thought they were. And I need to break the trauma bond. I need to get out of this. I need to protect myself. I need to get away from this relationship as fast as possible. Now, again, not everyone can do it. Many of you have done it. Many of you are doing it. Many of you did it years ago. The point being, now that you understand who you're dealing with and you're getting the wisdom on narcissism and you are out of the cycle, now you can crawl your way out of the ocean and you can get back on the beach and you can catch your breath, recharge yourself, get your energy back, invest in yourself. And the next time you go in that water, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, you're gonna double check the waves. You're gonna make sure there's no rogue wave that's gonna come out and take you underneath the water. I hope you understand this. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. Remember, you are not alone. And just as this beautiful Carolina sun rose, you too are rising through the ashes like a phoenix. You're becoming stronger and stronger each and every day. Continue to invest in yourself. Continue to learn, to grow, to teach. Continue to become the best version of yourself possible. If not now, when? So remember this, guys, no matter where you are, you're not alone. I love you. Stay true, stay strong, and continue on the path. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye, you guys. Have a great afternoon. Bye.